this session just for the folks that couldn't be here today, so I can send it out to them. So let's get started with the actual presentation here. So obviously our purpose of the IT team is to leverage technology to maximize growth for our kids, growth for our staff, and growth for our families. We want to make sure that we support you in everything that you do. Okay, you were selected, and I'll say you were fortunate enough to be selected. So congratulations, everyone, by your principal and by your assistant principals, by your team administrators at your school, to be your IT first responders at your school. And some of you are actually selected to do dual roles. So some of you are being serving in the capacity of IT first responder and Chromebook contacts. But a lot of you are only IT first responders. And so this meeting, the 9 o'clock meeting that we're having right now, will only cover IT first responder duties, okay? So our role is to support you guys and make this thing as seamless as possible. Please note that your responsibility is simply to put in work order tickets. You are not obligated in any way, shape, or form to work on a computer now, or work on a device, or work on now. If that's something that your heart desires to do, and you just love technology and you love helping people out, we appreciate your help. There's certain things that we don't want you to do, though. For instance, even our team, the IT team, the devices that are under warranty, we can't touch those things. So the teacher laptops, the Chromebooks, all of those are under warranty, and we can't touch those. And if we do touch those, that voids the warranty. So obviously it goes without saying, we cannot work on those machines at all in any capacity until those machines are out of warranty. But please make no mistake about it. None of you are responsible for working on any machines. That's our jobs, okay? We're just asking you to simply put in the work order ticket into one-to-one. So continuing on, the jobs and roles in and around IT are 4 things. We got first responders, which that is you. We have Chromebook contacts. Some of you may have a dual role. That may be you, may not be you in your school. We have network engineers and computer technicians, and we have 8 of those that kind of share schools, and they're out and about within the schools. And then we have our district instructional technology specialists, which are really not out there to help serve in a technical role. They're out there to coach teachers and to help teachers be good practitioners from an instructional end, and help teachers to instruct using educational technology from an advantage point, okay? Our first responders are a point of contact for technology issues. They're not the only point of contact, but they are a point of contact. Other points of contact, of course, are our team members, okay? Our technicians, our engineers, also, our school administrators. But of course, as all roles in the school can be, we all get busy. So our school administrators are trusting and entrusting the autonomy to you to help with that particular role of supporting them with IT tickets. So you're going to be that primary point of contact for IT issues, and then you will put in that ticket for our team to come out and to fix that issue at your school, okay? You'll create the work order for your school. That will raise the awareness to our engineers and our techs. And of course, you naturally, you will report to your school administration, okay? And then if there's something that I need to get that information to you, I will either report through your principal or your assistant principal, or I will contact you directly, okay? Our network engineers and computer technicians, they take care of everything else. Okay, so in regards to repairs and all that, they will handle that piece for you. They will work on the technology issue. They will close out the IT tickets. They are responsible for all of that. So just know that although we welcome any support we can get, we certainly are glad for anyone that wants to help out and support our teachers, because obviously that's just good customer service to have good teacher and um, end user support. Obviously, the quicker the support, the better. Um, we just want you to know that we don't expect that from you. Okay, we're not expecting you to be um, IT practitioners in the field. We're just expecting our expectation from you is that you put in the work orders and that we'll come take care of the issues. I just wanted to make that clear. So our area IT engineers and technicians are as follows. In the Sherrall area schools, you have Chris Carter and JJ Johnson. They will serve all 4 of those school areas. In the Chesterfield Ruby area schools, Mr. Brian Rodriguez serves all 4 of those schools. In the McBee and Plainview area schools, Mr. Matthew Bird Crawley will serve those 3 schools. And in the Pageland and Jefferson area schools, Mr. Chad Johnson and Ms. Casey Horn will serve those 5 schools. For the PLC and the adult education program, that will be Mr. Jeff Cato. He also does our network security. And then, of course, our senior network engineer, he will serve our district administrative offices, as well as the other monumental task that he has for our team. So Mr. McGuire does a wide array of different things for our team. And so he also is the team lead for our network engineers. So any of those ladies or gentlemen can help or assist, but specifically they are assigned to those particular areas and assigned to you for your support. Okay. Workflows simplified, all technology except Chromebooks. And again, I'm not going to get into any Chromebooks with this meeting. I'm just talking about technology requests for anything else besides Chromebooks. So if it's a panel that goes dead, if it's a PC, and I know that we took out most desktops from schools and classrooms. However, there's still some PCs out there in offices and some workspaces out there. If they go down, put in a work order and we'll take care of the issue. Okay. First responders will open up the IT work order in one-to-one, and the engineer or the tech will complete and close that work order for you guys. If it's an emergency, and this is very important, okay, a critical issue. So I want to define what an emergency is, okay? A teacher loses their panel temporarily, or the panel goes down and they're not able to teach. I don't know. I'm a former biology teacher, so I'm gonna pick on biology teachers just for a second. They're not able to teach a genetics unit in biology today. That doesn't necessarily constitute an emergency situation, okay? It is a bad situation. It's definitely something that we need to take care of quickly, but it doesn't constitute an emergency situation. An emergency situation is something that stops the operation of the school building, okay? So the internet is down in the whole school. That's an emergency situation. Lunch starts in an hour and all the cafeteria computers just went down and your cafeteria workers cannot enter in student numbers. That's an emergency situation. That is a conversation that you need to have, a prompt conversation you need to have with your building principal or your building assistant principal. And that's a conversation that they need to call me directly, and then I will get somebody on the road to you ASAP. Okay. So If it's an emergency, please have your principal call me directly, and then I will send somebody to you. If there's testing going on and there's a testing situation emergency, as many of you know, Miss Beth Huff, who used to be our testing administrator and testing coordinator, she just retired. And so the new testing coordinator is Miss Katie Bruni, and she is the person that would also need to be contacted with a testing emergency. So she works at the district office. And so again, that only applies for testing situations as well. Okay. Just like last year, we will continue to have our help desk available. The IT help desk email is ithelpdesk@chesterfieldschools.org. It does work, it is active, and it is running now. Our IT help desk is manned by Miss Lisa Altmeyer. She is our admin assistant. She will not only be there to field calls and to help you out, or whomever, whether it be a parent calling or a student calling or a teacher calling, but will also help with putting in work orders. So if a teacher were to call, okay, and let's say you weren't at school that day and you weren't available that day, teachers would have the option of calling the help desk, and if they needed to, they could call the help desk and we could put in the work order and we could assign it to that technician as well. And I know you're there to do that as well, but again, we are certainly more than willing to take that some of that burden off of you as well to help in that regard. So we know you are very, very busy folks, and so we want to help as much as we can. So her phone number and the IT help desk email is there as well. And finally, a brief overview of the IT first responder protocol and one-to-one plus. Hopefully, all of you still have your login credentials for one-to-one plus. It's the same. It's your username and password. Your username, of course, is your AD username. Your password is CCSD123$ unless you have changed it. I do recommend that you do change it for security and privacy purposes. However, that's what your password is. So those of you who are new, and by the way, if you are a new IT first responder, I would advise you to reach out to me to get a more detailed training than this just this snapshot little review session here. And I will actually come out to your school or set up a meeting with you. It can be Zoom, or I'll come out to your school and we'll set up a meeting to where me and you can sit down and go over this stuff in detail. So I definitely want to make sure that you are supported so that you are successful. But that's your login credentials. And of course, there is the link to one-to-one plus. Everything that you do, technology related, and especially Chromebook related, and I know that this is not the Chromebook meeting, but especially Chromebook related, everything needs to be put in one-to-one plus, okay? So obviously that's how you submit a ticket. For those of you who have done it before, I'm sure that you are well familiar with this. And then of course, most of the time, your tickets are either going to be Chromebook issues or actual tech tickets, okay? And that is outlined in the next slide for you. Okay, I will send the slideshow to you. So, no need for taking notes or screenshots. Obviously you can if you want to, but I'll send this out as a summary to the meeting. All right, real quick, I'll just quickly go over your one-to-one plus. Of course, when you go to your dashboard will look a lot differently than mine does. But your dashboard, once you on the left-hand side of the screen here, you will go to help desk, you will go to submit ticket, and of course from here you will select which option that you're going to go to. And for an IT first responder, probably 99% of what you do is going to be tech tickets right here, okay? And then everything else is kind of self-explanatory, and then we can go from there. If you have any questions, just give me a call. My cell phone number is on my email signature that I send out to you guys. And then, of course, you have my email addressed that I sent to you, of course. So that's it from me. Very, very quick, brief meeting, 17 minutes, not bad. I will stay behind if you have individual questions, but for those of you who do not have a question, you are free to log off. So thank you guys so much. If you do have an individual question, I will stay behind just for you. So thank you guys very much.